Hello and welcome. On today's episode of our Nightingale Let's Play, this is actually episode 21 by the way, we are going to be picking up where we left off last time. So last time, just a quick recap, we went to the Hallowed Moor, we picked up a bunch of quests, and now we are back here at our Respite in order to fulfill those quests. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working on. That is the plan as far as what we're doing. I also have some other stuff I need to prepare. So for example, we have this poet's writing desk. I actually am not going to do the quest for Edgar Allan Poe because that is only a side quest. That being said, I do need iron ingots and coated paper to make this poet's writing desk. I'm gonna move over here and have my helper just kind of, yep, we're gonna walk over this way. I'm gonna tell them to stand still, and they're also going to, well actually, you know what, let me check their inventory. Yep, their inventory is full of a bunch of stuff, so we're just gonna make sure to empty that out because we haven't done that yet, so it's better to make sure that we have plenty of inventory space for when we go back out to the Hallowed Moor. So we're good on that. I'm also going to double check and make sure that our peeps box is empty. Looks like it's full of a bunch of stuff. That's a-okay. That's part of why we, you know, sort our inventory out. That is the whole purpose of that, making sure that we have a nice empty inventory. So basically the next steps are going to be to make sure that we have all the items in hand that we need in order to fulfill our quests. I do know that there is, I believe, if I could be wrong if I don't remember this correctly, but I believe there's also like another quest that Ludivine Saint-Clair also gives us after we fulfill this quest that we currently have. But I do not remember what potion we need off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to kind of walk through the steps, and I might have to make 2 trips over to the Hallowed Moor as a result. I'm going to take all the materials out of this chest that I don't think I'm going to need. So we're gonna leave the ceramic here. You're probably wondering, why did I make ceramic? I was working on a little project. I'll call it that. I was working on a little project, so you might notice a difference in the thumbnails as far as all the episodes going forward. I'm gonna try out a new thumbnail style for that, so let me know what you guys think about the new thumbnails, whether or not it's better than, well, what we currently are doing. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. Let me make sure that we have everything grouped so I know how much of everything we have. Okay, so looking at our inventory, we're starting to get kind of a fuller inventory overall. I'm gonna check the unprocessed materials. So for the unprocessed materials, looks like I'm gonna have to put that in there too. I changed the output of our helper here, who is kind of at the mining station, and now they're getting me some stone blocks, so that is something I really needed, and that's why I, you know, set them to do that essentially. Let me make sure that I empty this out, make sure all of our potions and magic and all that good stuff is in the right place. I'm a little bit overburdened here. That's okay. That's what these climbing picks are for. Get us out of this predicament, right? We'll put these rocks and minerals away. Well, I think I'm also going to take this liquid metal, and since it's tin, I'm going to extract it. Same thing with the metal plate. Gonna extract that. This flint glass can also get extracted, and also the gem powder. I'm not gonna need that. The oil I'm gonna keep in this box right here. Let's put our meats away. I do have some more of these berries, so we have the tier 4 mist berries, and I think also, oh, bombardier tier 1. Since this is only tier 1, we can extract this. It's not gonna be as useful as one might think. And of course, for these rocks and minerals, let's see, we have we're gonna be starting to use tier 4 materials in our weapons and things like that. So I definitely want to get rid of anything that is like a finished product that's not like at least tier 3. Except for maybe the foil paper, which I'll put in magic. I think you can make cards out of that, but I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. What the heck? Jotun wood glass? How is... what? What? Did I make it out of like a heart or something? That doesn't... oh, you know what? It might have been out of like a heart now I think about it. That's probably how that happened. Let's see. Automation gears. Same thing with the metal plates. Tin stuff, depending on what it is, I might keep it just for building purposes. Let's see, this metal tip can go away. I think that's the only thing else I would take out of here for now, except for these 2 actions. They're low level, and also that focal shard, low level. No point in keeping that around, and I'm gonna put the blade in the chest since it's at least tier 3. All right, let's do some extractions. Oh, I'll keep that. This, oops. All right, this can be extracted. That can be extracted. So a little bit of housekeeping while I'm here, might as well. And then of course for potions and magic, we're gonna put this foil paper in here. We do have quite a bit of enchantments and charms and things like that, but I'm not gonna use any of these just yet. But yeah, we have some stuff to unlock actually. So if I go over to the tier 3 tab, we now have 930 blue essence, tier 3 essence. So you're probably wondering, how did I, use some of that? Well, I did unlock the battlefield card. Don't ask me why. That's a secret for just me. But I was working on some stuff, so totally unrelated expense there. But going to what's really important is, of course, our tools, our weapons, and our gear. So if I take a look at our gear, there's going to be stuff down here that we did not unlock right away. So I could make myself a full new set of gear. I'm thinking I might hold off on the gear for now and just focus on getting the tools up, but I also kind of want to go into some of these procedurally generated realms to get some more materials. So like, for example, I kind of need some iron. I don't have a lot of iron in general, and it's just good to have on hand. So I'm thinking I might go to a provisioner realm, probably maybe a desert provisioner realm, just to kind of farm up some stuff. We also have, let's see, we have the Mystic bolt action rifle, and we have, well, actually, what do I do not have a firearm on me right now. So I would probably unlock something like that. I could also, unlock either a Lancaster or a revolver, because I did enjoy using the Lancaster earlier. It was all right. Mystic blunderbuss could be cool. The shotgun is kind of nice because of the damage, but at the same time, it's kind of like not long range, so you kind of have to pick and choose your battles, and I tend to play mostly melee. So I think I'm gonna unlock the Mystic wood axe first. So we're gonna unlock that, and we're going to, one other thing, by the way, is that now when we're unlocking stuff, you can no longer press F to unlock stuff. I don't know why they removed that, but now you can like double click to unlock it, which is, I guess, makes sense. But I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'm still getting used to it, so just letting you guys know. We're gonna unlock the sickle, we're gonna unlock the Mystic umbrella glider, the Mystic climbing picks. I think I'm also going to unlock... one other thing, by the way, guys. So remember that because this game is still in early access, there's still things changing around, right? And I recently played on the PTR, which is the public test realm. And by the way, guys, anyone could do that. So if you're interested in trying out the public test realm, all you have to do is go to the settings tab on Steam, on your Nightingale game screen, and go to, I think it's under betas. Let me double check. Sorry, you go to properties and then you go to betas, and then under beta participation, it should say none if you're playing on the regular live game, but there is an option there that says public test realm, and that's how you would access that. So for anyone wondering, that's how you'd access that, and that information and more information even to like import your characters from live to PTR is also on the Discord. So if you're interested in trying out that kind of thing, maybe you want to test out some stuff before it's on live servers, you know, there it is. That's how you do that. The reason why I'm bringing that up right now is because with the PTR, the spyglass is actually going to have a different function, which will, well, actually, I shouldn't say different function, extra functionality. So perhaps if you're watching this playthrough at a later time and that patch is already out on live servers, the Mystic Spyglass might actually be more helpful to have earlier on, and you might even want to upgrade your Mystic Lantern depending. So these two items here, they seem kind of somewhat useless now, but later on, after these patches, there's a high possibility that they could actually be pretty useful. So I'm just gonna say that as a disclaimer. In this version of the game I'm playing right now, it doesn't matter, so I'm not gonna unlock these, but just know that in the future that might change. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're watching this playthrough at a later time. But either way, we're gonna get back into this. So we're going to unlock the hunting knife. We're going to unlock, I think we pretty much unlocked all the stuff except for firearms that I want. I do like using the bow. The long bow and short bow are nice. Now you're probably wondering, why would you use a bow instead of a firearm, right? Sound. Sound is the reason. If you're hunting creatures that are, how do I say this? Jumpy, or if they run away at the, you know, the smallest of noises, you might want to long range snipe them with a bow. Just so that you're not drawing attention to yourself with a firearm. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you're over in the forest realms. I feel like it's more important in the forest realms than anything, because sometimes these creatures do kind of pop up behind you. You don't even realize it because of all the trees and stuff. So just something to think about. As far as the Mystic Bolt action rifle versus the, you know, the action rifle versus the lever action rifle. Let's take a look. So we have the range damage of 507 on the Mystic Bolt action rifle, and it's 383 on the Mystic Lever action rifle. Obviously they're made of different materials, kind of similar but not the same. Let's see. Well, actually, no, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same materials, but for some reason they're like rearranged. So technically you're gonna use the same materials. So we could let's see. The bolt action rifle is more for long distance, and this one's more for a more rapid firing. I would say that the long distance one kind of, like, I really like the long distance one just out of a preference, but it might not make that much sense in the grand scheme of things. I kind of want to try a different firearm though, because that's like the rifles are what I'm most comfortable with, but I kind of want to try something else for this playthrough. So I think I'm actually going to unlock the blunderbuss and the mystic shotgun. I'm not going to use the mystic blunderbuss. I don't really like the blunderbuss that much. It does a ton of damage, which is cool, but it doesn't really, how do I say this? It doesn't really fit my playstyle, so I think I'm gonna go with the Mystic Shotgun this time, just to try that out. Let's see. So we're gonna have, oh, I have a maul on my 6 key, so I think I might even unlock both the shotgun and maybe a revolver or something. So maybe like a, well, I mean, I could use a sling bow. I haven't used the sling bows yet in this playthrough, I don't think. I mean, really, I just kind of pick what I find fun. Like, you know, there's going to be people out there who say, oh, pick this because it's just more efficient or it's better or whatever. Yeah, it might be more efficient or better or whatever, but when you're progressing through the game, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Unless you're playing on like a nightmare difficulty, you don't need like some kind of amazing, you know, trick or setup in order to progress. Obviously, we were just destroying enemies a second ago, so that's not even relevant, really. At least not right now. Now, if we're going to be doing things like boss rush in late game, yeah, it matters. So, you know, I'll get into that later. I'll probably explain what boss rush is when we unlock it, so don't worry about that for now. But just know it's like a late game thing. All right, it's a late game farming activity that can be, you know, kind of fun. But yeah, we're gonna look at our different weapons here. I could go for something. Well, here's the thing. The shotgun is more like close range, so it might actually make sense for me to go for a shotgun and maybe a rifle. Or I can go for a shotgun and some kind of bow. You know what? What the hell? Let's go for the bow. Let's see. We could go for a longbow or short bow. I'm gonna go for a longbow because I need that extra range right now. So we're gonna make that, and let's look at our clothing options. So our clothing options, we have a little bit of a variation. The main difference between these clothing options is, of course, what their materials require. What materials are required to make them. So that's something to kind of think about. So if you happen to have like a ton of, you know, plant fibers that are really high quality, but maybe you don't have a lot of like, I don't know, metals or something, or vice versa. That might be something that could potentially sway your decision here, but we're not gonna worry about farming that later because I like to take my time with the clothing to make sure we get it set up. So I don't think we need to upgrade it just yet, because we're not really going to be doing anything too crazy. So we're going to leave that alone. We're going to go to consumables. We're going to start unlocking some really good food here. I like to unlock the beef Wellington, and part of the reason why is because it uses meat, dough, and raw mushrooms. And of course, from now on, we have so many mushrooms in our inventory that we need something to do with them, right? I'm also going to look at things like, okay, so we have the great health potion. We don't get the prodigious potions until we enter the watch. I think the watch, there's an NPC there. I think it's Bernice who sells you the recipe for that. I could be wrong if I don't remember that accurately. Sashimi and surf and turf are great because we have a lot of raw fish right now, so I think I am going to unlock both these recipes. I'm also going to go to the magic tab, and we're going to look at different cards that we have available. So let's see, I already unlocked the Provisioner realm cards. We have the Herbarium major realm cards, Gloom, Hunt. If we do need a lot of materials, we're going to definitely need Hunt and Gloom, so, you know, we'll unlock those for now. Amphibious card is kind of cool because it increases your swimming speed, resistance to disease, and ability to recover stamina while in water. That can be really good in the swap realm, so maybe I might want to unlock that. The Tempest cards I don't really mess with. The weighted card I don't really mess with. Let's see. Maleficent cards I don't really mess with either. I mean, it does increase the bounds resources, so if you play that in a Gloom realm, I mean, you get like extra resources, which can be good. But I'm not a masochist, so I'm not going to take that card. So there's that. We have the Hunter card, so if we want to increase our yield gather from slain creatures, we can definitely do that. But I'm not really worried about that right now. I am going to look at some other options. We have the Greenhouse card, so this is good for plant yield. And the time reduced to refine plant products and things like that. So this could be good for crafting. Let's see what other cards we have here. The industry card's probably one of my favorite cards in the game, because when you play the card, it increases the yield of crafted ammunition. and ingots, as well as crafting time of all refinement. So that's a big one. And it looks like we do not have enough essence, so that kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. We will get essence as a reward from the NPCs when we complete the quests. So we're gonna do that. So I think what my plan is I'm going to head over to I'm gonna do the quests in hand in the materials for the quests in the Hallowed Moor, and then afterward we'll come back here and do an entire housekeeping episode probably of just redoing our gear, making sure we're set up for late game, and you know, trying to basically tough it out until we can't do that anymore. But yeah, so just kind of looking forward at some of the other stuff. I haven't really messed around with things like Janus Roar, because I kind of want enemies to run toward me, not you know, away from me with the current setup that I have, so it doesn't really make sense for me to take that. I don't think I'm going to unlock any of this, but the Alchemist card is a really good one. So if I'm going to make a bunch of potions, I definitely want the Alchemist card. So this is going to be one that I want. I wish you could like star it or something for like future reference, so you remember what it was that you wanted to unlock. But yeah, I think the Industry card's a good one. The Alchemist card's a good one. Combatant's Workshop card can also be good because it gives your tools, your crafted tools will do extra damage, though they do offer a reduced yield, so you want to maybe use it on something, like in my case, I probably want to use it on something like my wood axe, but not my pickaxe, because, my axe pick, I mean, because the axe pick is what I'm using to gather materials, and probably not on the sickle either. So, you know, things like that. Let's see, we have different charms. I don't think I'm gonna mess with these just yet. Some of these are kind of funny. Like, for example, you have Charm of the Herbivore. It grants 1 to 3 bonus effects after consuming plant-based foods, and consuming meat poisons you, so there's that. That can be good if you have it in a combination with, the charm that allows you to do more damage when poisoned. So there is a logic here that you could use where you could self-poison in order to do more damage, but that's kind of like a weird, you know, thing. So that's something to think about. I think it increases your melee damage actually, so I'd have to double check that. But I'm trying to see if there's Charm of the Leader. This doubles the health and damage of your recruited survivor. This can be really good. Charm of the Healer is good too, because you can heal allies you attack, so power to heal is based on your magic power, and the damage attack would have dealt. So basically a healing blow is what that is. Oh yeah, here it is, Charm of Venom. So, you know, that's the one, increases melee damage while poisoned. So if you use Charm of Venom with Charm of the Herbivore, that can be a strategy. I haven't tested that out yet, but that's something that I find kind of interesting. I'm kind of rambling about some of the options here because I kind of want you guys to have like an idea of like my thought process when I'm trying to progress through the game a little bit. And I also feel like it's kind of somewhat important. So yeah, hopefully I didn't bore you guys with this you know, long drawn out explanation of my thought process, but yeah, I can be a little long-winded, but hey, if you're on episode 21, I mean, I think you already know that by now. Anyway, so we're going to be working on a few quests right now. So we have so the major ones that I'm looking at is the Matriarch's Lament quest, that basically we're helping out Danu by completing the Bastiles of Might. There's 3 of them. We have to get the 3 Hope Echoes from within them. There's also, we have to acquire a great health potion, so we need 3 of those. We're gonna need that for Ludivine Saint-Clair. So we're gonna choose the great health potion, and we're going to, actually, I'm just gonna put everything in by default. Everything is like tier 1, tier 2, so I really don't care how that works out. And we're gonna craft that. We also are going to put in, actually, okay, so we have to deliver that. Oh, and I want to get rid of this tracker. Because I don't need the powerful human seal anymore. That was for I think that was for making an enchantment for some reason, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I think that was like a couple episodes ago, and I just never untracked it, I guess. All right, so we need, for Victor Frankenstein, we need 10 arcane wick. So the arcane wick I know is going to be in the plant products, but processed. So in my case, I have 29 tier 1 ones. It doesn't matter what tier you hand in. So I usually hand in the lowest tier item possible. So notice the quest just updated. Acquire bound fiber. So the bound fiber is going to be, well, actually, sorry. The bound fiber is under unprocessed plants, and we need 10. So unfortunately, I only have 9 of tier 1. So I'm gonna have to take, actually, we need to make sure it's not advanced. Okay, so that's regular bound fiber. This one is going to be just the 1, so that we have 10 total. So let's see, there it is. Acquire bound ichor, so that is a metal product. So we're gonna get, see, that's 2, so we're gonna need 8 of these. And then the quest should update. Oh, sorry, we need 5, not, wow, I my bad. So we're gonna need 3 of these, not 8. There we go. We're gonna need to acquire a lacunous ingot. So let's see if we got any. Here's one right here. Let's see if there's any tier 1 ones we have here. I don't see any tier 1. So we're gonna need this. How many do we need? 5. Sorry about that. Here we go. So we're gonna get 5. I'm gonna acquire that. We also need 2U lumber, so that's gonna be over in plant products. Let's see, this is just regular wood, corrupted burl wood, sapple wood, ribbon wood. Trying to avoid using anything higher than that. Elder, let's see, this is Jotun wood. We're gonna need yew, so this is advanced yew, so we don't want to use that. Burl wood, sapple wood. Here we go. So we have yew lumber, but it's tier 3. So that's all we have, unfortunately. So we're gonna, I think we need 2 of those. There we go. And then we need to acquire raw gems. So we need 2 petrified ichor, so we can get that in the raw gems. The ichor looks kind of like this. It usually has like a red thing to it. So we need 2 petrified ichor. Unfortunately, well, actually, hold on. So we have fossilized ichor, and then we have, which is more potent than the petrified ichor. So I just wanted to point that out. There's different kinds of ichor, so you don't have to, you know, make sure you're choosing the right one, essentially, is all I'm going to say here. Let me make sure I choose 2. There we go. We're also going to need a lesser hollow metal ingot. So that's going to be somewhere in here. So here's hollow metal. We need lesser hollow metal. So here we go. Lesser hollow metal. We just need 2. And that should be everything. There it is. Everything for Victor Frankenstein. So we have all the stuff to turn in for him. So we're just going to do a quick check, make sure we have everything. So we're not going to worry about the gateway to the watch just yet. We're not ready for that quest. We have the health potions. Woeful echoes we'll do probably while we're in there if we have time. And then we're going to deliver the stuff to Victor Frankenstein. And like I said, I'm probably going to have to come back because I think Ludivine Saint-Clair is going to have some other stuff that I have to do. So I'm going to take that with me. I'm going to rest. Well, actually, let me make sure I have enough food on me, because I don't want to leave without enough food. Okay, I do. So I'm going to rest. All right. And now that we've rested, I'm going to head over to the crossways. All right, and then we're gonna go over to the Hallowed Moor. Remember how we make sure we go to the right portal. These three all have the same symbol. They're the gauntlets, and then this one is the Hallowed Moor. So make sure we're good. All right, and now we are back. I'm gonna have to go over to the Realmic Transmuter and change that card back to the Treasury card. Let me make sure I have one on me. Okay, yeah, we have a Treasury Eminent card, so I'm actually gonna rush there first. I changed it earlier, mostly to look at the pretty sky. So that was, that's why I got the Battlefield card, because I realized, oh, I should have taken a picture before I, anyway, you guys probably don't care about that. It's too much, too much too much behind the scenes logistics. Don't worry about it, but, you know, it'd be like that sometimes, I guess. I am currently working on getting a better graphics card because I know that's part of my problem right now. But yeah, until that happens, I'm probably gonna continue to have problems. But you know, there's not much I can do right now. I can barely run this game, I'll be honest. And it's not even just because of the game's, what the fuck? There we go. And it's not even because of the game's like optimization or anything like that. I mean, this is early access, right? It's because my computer just simply is basically on like minimum settings right now, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get a clue eventually. Okay, so now that we've done that, before I forget, let's go to... Well, I could do the Bastiles of Might first and then talk to Danu and then hand in those other quests, but my concern is that I'll have too much in my inventory, so what I'm gonna do is go to Victor Frankenstein first. What are you shooting at? Oh, that's great. Oh! The freeze. Goodbye. Man, Charm of Thorns is really doing work here, I tell you. Goodbye. Alright, we're good. Yeah, let's turn in the stuff first, and then, that way our inventory is kind of emptied. And then I'll do the, other thing. Gonna collect Titania's, crown here. All these materials here are stuff that I'm gonna want. Oh, these guys get aggressive, so it's best to just fight them head on, really. There we go. I need a better knife. It's taking way too many jabs to pick up all of that. Alright, cool. Let's keep heading over. I'm just gonna head all the way up. I'm not even gonna bother. If my helper feels like joining me, then great. Alright. Back already? How often we lose track of the hours when our thoughts are set to explore the chasms of scientific knowledge. I have the bound samples you requested. Most excellent. Hand them over, would you? Careful now. I hope these are to your liking. Okay, so we're gonna hand in those. Gonna hand in that and this. Gonna hand in this and that. Can I not hand in this one? Oh, that's weird. It lets me hand in these two, but it doesn't let me select more than one for these. That's probably a bug. Yeah, because you see here, I can like select two different types, right? But for this, it wants me to select more than just these. Like, it doesn't let me select more than one. So I don't know why that is. Let me see if it works if I... Nope, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna have to unfortunately turn in our tier 3 bound Iker, so that sucks. There we go, the Lacunas, you, Petrified Ichor, and then the Hollow Metal, and accept. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to bug report that, because that's frustrating. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to read what he said. I'm sorry, guys. I made a possible discovery. The central question is whether or not they were made to possess faculties such as wants and desires. Their migratory patterns indicate some sort of inner resolve. There's a rhyme to their movements, even if they don't understand their purpose, like how certain animals engage in courtship dances that puzzled biologists for centuries. Thus, the hermetic categorization as chess pieces is more befitting than we thought. Each has a unique individual movements and serve the whole. However, the nomenclature of automations may be inaccurate. How does this help our cause? We must learn the secrets of how they move, and more importantly, why. The internal mechanisms that guide their actions. It's not exactly possible to perform a dissection, and I'm hesitant to approach them directly myself. I don't suppose you would be eager to collect some more samples for me? If it helps, I'll do it. If you could, obtain some components from the rooks, the smallest of the pack, that would help our cause. Whatever makes them tick must be the very same inside the fabled bishop. I hate to dismantle such remarkable creations. If possible, scavenge around for their discarded parts. Remember, the value of invention is only ever defined by the future cost. In the meantime, I will attempt to further embolden my comprehension of these roaming mechanical golems. We'll both need luck then. Yeah, sorry I skipped over the dialogue, guys. It was like force of habit, and I was like distracted. Like my brain was just not firing off properly there, so I do apologize for that. That was a mistake on my end. So you might have to, what I might do is I might go back and edit it in slow motion so that you guys can see all the dialogue if it all shows up, but if it doesn't, I'll just skip over it. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so what does he want from us? He wants us to acquire mechanical gears, automation, and then acquire raw gem. I don't have all the stuff he needs yet, so I can't do that. But we are gonna head over to Ludivine Saint-Clair, and we're gonna hand in that quest. So let's do that. Oh, there's some more of these Titania's crown. Let's make sure I get those. I really love the fact that the devs have found like a way to make some of these weapons like not only like, I mean, they're useful like in general, but to make them just kind of more fun to use, like the sickle, or as some of us like to call it, the sickle rang. Very fun item. It never, well, in the past, you weren't able to throw it in front of you like that, so it didn't like serve that purpose. But the fact that you can now just makes it so much more fun. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it. Alright, let's talk to Ludivine Saint-Clair. I pray the Loa might ease this Realm Walker's pain, though if I can't get him those curative potions, he'll be suffering much longer. I have the potions you requested. Give them here, quickly now. These look potent enough. Let's hope the Loa answer our plea for mercy. Listen well as I call upon the spirits. Legba, open the gates for me to greet Papa Ged and Dr. Jean Montini? I hope I said their name right. I say your saintly names, as here before my eyes sits the issue of your hands. Loa of doctors in the spiritual path, lead my hands in this work as I apply the offer healing. Sorry, as I apply and offer healing. I'm just gonna remain silent and turn it in. Dr. Jean Montagny, speak in wisdom to my mind. Help me lead the rhythms of awakening through this ailing soul. Let them touch this realm walker and mend their wounds. Bring them back to this waking world. Don't give up yet, my guide. Do you think this will make the difference between life and death? Appealing to yonder powers can make all the difference. It may take time for the spirits to answer. Patience ain't never stopping being a virtue, comrade. Oh, Legba. Has his pain subsided? He is gone. The spirits have taken him underwater. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. As am I, comrade. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if it's comrade or how to pronounce that, but I'm sorry. I will prepare his body and soul for what comes next, but I cannot bear the sight just yet. At least with your aid, he wasted no time. The spirits brought him a peaceful end to such wicked torment. For that, I cannot be thankful enough. And for the whole of this tragedy, the blame falls only upon myself and my reckless attempts to commune with the Loa here. What will you do now? Will you stay in the realms? Asking myself the very same. On one hand, death is not something we should fear or weep over. You're right, we must learn to be less sensitive toward death. Voodoo teaches that death is not the end. On the other hand, I couldn't bear being responsible for more of its spread. Most worthy ventures come with sacrifice. With that, it were so simple, it's my belief that the spirits were angry. Sorry, the spirits here are angry with us, with the Fae who abandoned them. Stare off in silent reflection. Only the spirits know the truth, and if we don't attempt to understand them, we'll never find answers, never find harmony. Just like the ancestral spirits on Earth, I believe those of the realms can offer wisdom beyond our own. Do you still believe communing with them is possible? I do, and I believe I must. If I don't continue my work, I would betray my beliefs, and without them, what would I be? The more I weigh the options, the more I feel that calling our mission off would only serve to soak my guide's death in the wine of futility. And such is not something I was raised to imbibe. Perseverance in the face of tragedy is admirable. Life is full of such unavoidable crossroads, and it is the choices we make there that shape us. As the spirits implied, you are lost and at personal crossroads too, yes? I'm in search of an elder Jotun. Yes. They are among the elder spirits with which I hope to form a connection. My undertaking to pave a path toward coexistence in the realm spirits has meant to culminate in communion with an elder spirit, said to have a direct connection with the demiurge, magic's very wellspring. While a Carnute might be the obvious choice, man and beast are not known for their accord. Humans and trees, on the other hand, have shared sacred bond forever, and I suspect the Jotuns would be more receptive to a petition. How do we accomplish this? Indeed. It's said that all spirits have desires, just as the Loa do on Earth. Certain goodies they just can't pass up, regardless of which hand offers it forth. If we can learn what the Elder Jotun hunger for, doing so should garner their faith. And I say you're one lucky duck, because ancient druid tales tell of ageless trees that offer their hearts to men as a symbol of friendship. What could a tree possibly desire? If I had an inkling, I'd have told you. We can ask further guidance from the lesser spirits, those we already know how to speak with. We only need the right offerings. Is it wise while you still grieve? I let one row walker down. This is for me as much as it is for you, a chance to make amends. The Loa are partial to the flavors that are both of and against their own nature. I'll make you a list, and upon return, we'll sing with the spirits together. In the meantime, I'll prepare the ritual. Goodbye for now. Alright, cool. So now we have a different quest where we have to acquire cloth, acquire cut gems, and acquire fen catfish oil. All those three are pretty easy for us to get back at our estate, so we can worry about that later. So yeah, actually, this is probably a good place to head back to Respite. I wanted to do the Bastilles of Might quests with Danu, but I think it's probably wiser to just head back to Respite right now. So we're gonna go back to Respite, and I'm gonna see if I have the materials that Victor Frankenstein wants in my inventory. Because if I do, then we can just proceed from there and just turn in those quests, and it'll be much easier the next time we come back to the Hallowed Moor. So yeah, this is a really nice little thing here. Now you're probably wondering, like, these quests, they're like multi-part quests, and you know, it's taking a little bit. Yes, you know, that is, we're doing it the correct way. Remember, guys, we're not going to just bash in the heads of these creatures. We're not just gonna go out of our way to destroy them, even though it is very, very tempting. But for this playthrough, we're gonna do it the right way, I guess, and actually, you know, trade with these beings, you know, these fabled creatures. So, yeah, it's gonna be kind of fun, in a sense, because I actually really enjoy just, like, trading with them. What I usually do is I usually trade with them and then immediately kill them after and then double dip. And I know that's kind of, like, messed up, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I'll spare you guys the the slaughter in this case, though I'm sure some of you might be a little bit bloodthirsty after all the craziness we've been through in this playthrough. But yeah, that's not the goal today, so we're not gonna do that, though it is tempting, I must admit. This bound ichor I don't have a use for, so I'm just gonna extract it. Let's see, we have unprocessed animal products. We also have a Charm of the Herbivore, which we just got from Ludivine Saint-Clair, I think, or was it Victor Frankenstein? I don't remember who. I want to see it's Ludivine who gave us that, but I don't remember off the top of my head, and I really don't think it matters at this point. So yeah, that'll be a discussion for another day. So yeah, we're going to acquire the different materials. So let's see if we have what we need for Victor Frankenstein. So I'm going to pick up, well, actually, hold on. We need to acquire mechanical gears automation. So we have, okay, so we do have some of those. And we also need to acquire raw gem automation. So we need 5 of each. So I'm gonna get, 5 of these. And then the raw gems, that will be over in the unprocessed rocks and minerals. I don't think I have a lower level one, so I'm gonna have to go with this. And we're gonna go with 5. Alright, so we already have the materials for Victor Frankenstein. All we have to do is deliver that. We also have to get cloth, amber, and fen catfish oil. So I might have, well, actually, I don't think I have enough oil. So I'm actually going to head over to the tanning station, and we're going to go to animal oil, and we're going to put the fen catfish in there. Oh, good. So we do have fen catfish, and we need 8 oil. Yes, we need 8 oil, so we're gonna make that. In the meantime, we're also going to acquire cloth. I don't know if we have regular cloth just lying around. Okay, we do. So I just need 4 of those. Perfect. It's good that I made the crude cloth. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, I might have made that just to, hold on a second. Is it 5 or 4? Oh, it is 4. Hold on a second. Hold up. There we go. But yeah, I think I made that to upgrade my base and like build some of these augments earlier, so that's probably where that came from. All right, so we need cut gems. So we need amber cut gems. Now for cut gems, we're gonna need some stone. But how many cut gems do we actually need? Well, actually, you know what? Let's make some stone powder. And let's see, we need 4. So we're gonna make 4 of these, and then we're going to make 4 cut gems, and it needs to be of amber. So we have plenty of amber, because remember, We utilized that trick with the Dragon's Horde card at our base, so we have plenty of these tier 3 raw gems. Sorry, tier 2, and I think also tier 3 raw gems, which is great. So yeah, we're doing pretty good for ourselves, and of course we have the oil, which is over here. We still waiting on 2 more. I think this is a good time to refresh my rest, so I'm gonna do that. Alright, very good. Gonna collect this, so we have amber raw gems. I'm gonna collect this, so we have our and catfish oil. Okay, so we are good on in that department, and I'm also going to deconstruct a peeps box, and then we're gonna head over back to the Hallowed Moor. Let me make sure my helper doesn't have anything in his inventory he shouldn't. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, so let's head over to the Hallowed Moor. So we're gonna go to the Crossways real quick. I'm also gonna eat a hunger potion. Let's make sure that we're not hopping into the wrong realm. Okay, we're good. Now I'm paranoid about that since I made that mistake like I think like what, in episode 19 I want to say, or was it? No, I think it was last episode. It was like episode 20. So that was a hot mess. But yeah, we're gonna hand in these quests, and then we're gonna wrap things up from here. And I think the next playthrough we might just start in the Hallowed Moor, and then just immediately just start doing the Bastilles of Might. So I think that'll be the plan for the end of this playthrough. So yeah, we're kind of reaching the end, but we're not quite there yet. I just want to hand in all their stuff. All right, let me repair real quick. I forgot to do that earlier. And let's head right over to Victor Frankenstein first, and then Ludivine Saint-Clair. So let's go hand in our quests. Okay, so really quick, I kind of want to point out this little tree-looking thing here with these mushrooms. I do not have the materials yet to collect that, so I'm going to actually mark that on the map so that if I ever come back here with a better tool, I can just chop that down and collect that. You're probably wondering, what is it? I think it's the same exact one that we've seen. Sorry, I think it's the same exact material that we saw in, oh god, what was the other swamp realm? I can't remember the name of it now. The one with the factories that we went to earlier. I can't remember the name of it now, but you guys probably remember. The place with the factories that we went to also had one in one of the factory buildings. Oh, I'm going to the wrong place. I ran past it. Ugh. Oh my god. I'm over here getting distracted by trying to remember stuff to the point where I'm heading in the wrong direction. It's important that I do this first. I was wondering why I saw that. I just now noticed that that resource there, but because I forgot that it's there. And by the way, in these storied realms, it's always going to be in the same place. So if you reset the realm, you'll just get that material over and over again from that spot, which is kind of nice. So if that's what you want to do, you can definitely do that. Oh, please don't notice me. Okay, I don't think the harpies noticed me. My helper is like nowhere to be found either. Where is he? Oh, he's all the way back there. Okay. He's on vacation. He's on his break. Alright, here we go. Back already? How often we lose track of our... Oh, he just said the same thing. Alright, here we go. I have the automation parts you requested. Ah, my loyal assistant returns. I'm duly glad to see you and the automation parts. I'm not sure how these will be illuminating. Turn in. The whole of a being's existence is only made possible by the many pieces that comprise its form and thus its soul. May I ask, how did you acquire these parts? I disposed of a few rooks, despite my suggestion to the contrary. Forgive these carpings, but my numerous encounters with death and wounds and the wounds it's left behind have created a desire in me to avoid it at all costs. I'll do my best to take this to heart. Let's not dwell on the topic then. Give me a moment to inspect the parts. Curious. Doctor? There are the faintest traces of ether upon the metal. The hermetics poised long ago that when the demiurge materializes new life, it is pulled from the inner realmic ether. I'll withhold my thoughts on hermetic theism, but evidence does suggest a connection between the presence of ether and a being's capacity for will. Does that mean in relation? What does this mean in relation to the bishop? It means there is a way to obtain the charm oil without resorting to violent means after all. I know better than anyone that whether natural or unnatural, every being has needs and wants, desires. What could the fabled bishop possibly desire? The desolation around us tells a story. Just as the swamp was not always racked by war, desert realms were not always drought-laden and devoid of flora. Something happened long ago to upend these ecosystems. I watched the automations of Gloriana's tears sifting through the sand, digging for something that is no longer there, and what is more indicative of conscience than a yearning to return to how things were before. A text in the observatory contained a recipe for a seed nursery of ritualistic intent, which the fabled bishop may accept in exchange for its charm oil, for seeds are the foundation of what automations desire, lush greens. All I have to do is present it? Do not be over hasty in the pursuit of success. Before you seek the fabled bishop to entreat, allow me to inspect the offering. Miss Bly would be rather put out if I sent you to the swamp gauntlet with a solution I had not myself inspected. I'll return with the offering. Cool. So now we're gonna head over to... Well, actually, now, if we open up our progression tab and we go to tools, in tier 3, at the end, we'll see the ritual seed nursery. So, he just gave us that recipe and we need to make that back at the base. Let's go to Ludivine Saint-Clair. She's probably going to have us do something similar. So let's head over. All right, let's talk to her. Back again to visit old Ludivine, are you? I have the offering gifts we need. Come then, we'll present these to the lesser swamp spirits in exchange for guidance on your path. Whether surviving or thriving, it's the lowest doing. Ready, comrade? As I'll ever be. Legba, open the gates for me once more to greet the spirits of this realm. Let them take these offerings and speak through me so my guide's death may not be in vain. Let them reveal that which makes the elder Jotun's belly moan. Yes. You hear them? The spirits whisper through the trees, knowing what you seek. Another augury, the same edict over and over. Gleaming meat, gleaming meat. Great, another riddle. I wonder. The spirits are playing coy as ever. A lost one will mend wounds. Fill their brain with communing meat. These auguries are two sides of the same coin. What meat would a tree want? There are many picky Loa, but none so much as the elders. They want something of a kind. They want something one of a kind. Yes, indeed. Something that bleeds vitality. A hearty ritual meal. It's as if I can see all the ingredients in the dark of my mind. Quickly now, let me write it down in that fancy book of yours. And this recipe is what I need to offer the elder Jotun? I'd bet all my years on it. My mother's grave, too. Before you fly off, may I ask you one more favor? Would I burden to petition you to prepare the offering twice over? One for old Ludivine and one for yourself, of course? It would help my cause more than you know. I've dreamed of something like this ever since I relocated to Nightingale. It would be my pleasure. My thanks is eternal. Twice over then, my lost one. You know where to find me. I've got funeral rites still to prepare here, and so much needs to be done if I'm to attempt appeasing an elder. I will return with your ritual meat. Cool. So now we're gonna head back to Respite. Alright, we are back at our base. Okay, and I'm gonna put all the stuff away that I've now gathered. Oh, I'm gonna put this magic infusions away. We also have a wood bundle of ribbon wood, which is kind of nice. We got that from Ludivine Saint-Clair. Nice quest item. I'm gonna put... Actually, this flint glass I'm not really gonna use. I actually picked it up somewhere. Put the fen catfish oil back. The dispel grenade can go in tools and ammo. Not really something I need right now. I have never used one, to be honest with you, but I don't know. And we also have the prodigious stamina potion, which is just nice to have, but I don't really carry stamina potions on me because I build so much stamina into my gear. So it's not really something I'm worried about right now. Anyway, I'm going to open up my progression tab. We're going to go to consumables, and then down here you'll find the ritual fabled meat. We're going to unlock that recipe. So that'll be over here. So let me try and see if we have the materials. Oh, we do have the materials. So we have the ritual fabled meat. I don't know if we even need that high of a thing, but it looks like this. Wow. So it looks like the magwitch meat is like the one that I have, like, that's the lowest tier right now, because we also have Shiliak. Actually, is Magwitch or Shiliak better? Shiliak gives us maximum weight, which is kind of cool, but let's see. Magwitch is just more helpful right now, so we're going to switch that out for the Shiliak meat. We're not going to use the Yex meat because it's tier 4. Let's see, so we have these raw gems that are all quartz. We're going to make oh, we need to make 2 of them, so that's not gonna work. Damn. Okay, so why does it only allow me to make 1 at a time? What's going on here? I'm not really sure. So you know what, let's actually use the Shiliak meat anyway, and then we'll craft it, and then we'll do it again. It's weird because it gave me the option of using the Magwitch meat, but then when I used the Shiliak meat, it just kind of spat out its own thing. Yeah, so let's try this again. There we go. Now I don't know if that's a bug, because that's kind of weird how it, like, just didn't let me take that, so it was kind of weird. Anyway, we have that. The nursery, the ritual seed nursery we'll make here. Let's see. Cape aloe seeds. We don't have other seeds that are lower, but Cape aloe is not hard to get. We can get that in the desert, and we're gonna have to head back to Gloriana's Tears anyway, so it's not like we're not going to a desert realm at some point. Anyway, we're gonna turn that in when we come back. Now, so I don't forget, I'm actually gonna put this in the peeps box, and that way I remember to take the peeps box with me when we head out. And then I'm also going to get my rest in just to speed up time a little bit. All right, let's head over, grab that, and I'm gonna put that in the peeps box. That way I remember next time, hey, I have the quest materials in there and I can deliver them, but I just have to remember to bring the peeps box with me. That way I don't have to worry about it next time. So yeah, next time the plan is we're gonna head over to the Hallowed Moor. We're gonna hand in the quest for Victor Frankenstein, and also the quest for Ludivine Saint-Clair, and then we're going to for sure do the Bastilles of Might, because we're not going to need to go back to the Hallowed Moor again after we complete Danu's quest, because Danu will I'm pretty sure she's going to give us the information after that. I don't think she has like a multi-part quest, if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, we'll just kind of go with the flow. But yeah, that's the plan. I've done this playthrough like 4 times already, and like my brain is like kind of mixing up a couple things here and there, so I apologize for that, but I'm trying my best to kind of recall exactly how these quests play out. But either way, I really do appreciate you guys, you know, watching the playthroughs and all that. I'll be, you know, trying to push past this, you know, further and further, and of course, you guys already know that every episode comes out, well, one episode comes out every Thursday, but I try to get the episodes out early for members on the channel, so if you're interested in becoming a member, feel free to do that. That's one of the perks, is that you get access to videos sooner, so make sure to go check that out if you wish. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, Sholo out.